awaiting the score for Tommy. A lot of the fans, I mean, you see just how much room we have here, so come on down. We are open for business, baby. So the TLO Drift School V8 S14.
What's up, guys? It's Soul Z here. If you guys are down to watch some
score is
Formula D, let's go.
85, an 85 there for Tommy. That is an 85 for Tommy Lemaire from Canada. Good job there for Tommy as Joshua Love, After Hours Autosports, another BMW. And there is Tommy. 85 points, so you can see 22, 35 in that style. Well done. Josh Love, give us some loving, baby. Here we go. So there's that 3-2-1. You can see him way early before that. Kind of Manji's in. Now crossing over into that second outside zone. Gets into it. Deep. Definitely a solid angle. Good line from Josh Love. See how he handles that inside clip. No problem. Now into that last outside zone. And Ryan, this is we're splitting hairs here, and this is why I really do like starting with our #1 seed versus going from the bottom, working our way to the top.
And I know a lot of the drivers in the series also enjoy that. I would imagine that maybe the first through 3 don't like it. There's so much pressure, but I think a lot of people thought that previous iterations of this, the scores tend to get higher as you get closer, and obviously drivers that do well are going to get scored well. But now this kind of flips that psychology a little bit, right? So you see Nick Novak go out, lay down an 88, and then that's kind of your standard moving forward. We've got Brudski with the 91, as we see Josh Love here and getting into that final outside zone.
Car
and he said splitting here. We seem to be doing a lot of that in qualifying these days. And that, I would imagine that the scores that we saw in Orlando with that high number of 96, and then scores filtering down, I think you're going to see something similar here as well. You're going to see one or two standout scores, and then there's going to be a lot of guys that are bunched together.
Yeah, I did that by accident.
And a lot of tiebreakers being initiated.
Yeah, and we saw that in Orlando. So I think it's good, like I said, starting with the #1, qualifying, elaborating more on that. It's just showing everybody, hey, this is what it should look like or in this vicinity. So do your best. So I think it's awesome. All right, scores are in here for Joshua Love. Now in Denver, Colorado.
Who do you guys want to win this time?
82, so leaving some points on the board there. You can see line 22 out of 30, angle 26 out of 30, and style 34 out of 40. But Joshua Love,
that's not bad,
with an 82.
Is this Pro 1 or Pro 2?
Alaska is up next.
I think it's Pro.
Med Meridian, Yellow Speed, E36
I think it's Pro
M3.
2. What's up, Smiley?
All right, Alaska here. And that is our qualifying leaderboard, hashtag FDNJ. And here he comes. Past 3-2-1, initiates at the third cone here. Again, like I said, a lot of BMWs here in Prospect competition. Ryan, a bit of a, we talked about the walls here. Let's see, I'll talk about it more here. Really tight on that inside clip. Again, GT Radials go around and brings it on home there for Corey Talaska. What's your expectations as far as carnage and damage? Do you think, I mean, we talk about sometimes the tracks are open, but walk us through here.
I think, and as Talaska's going through, I'll point out some areas. I think this area right here is wide and sweeping, so I think it can be controlled
get closer to that wall.
better. Right here, though, leaving this section, as you're throttling to try and use your momentum to slow yourself down, I would imagine that wall is going to get some paint removed on it, from it, or add some on, depending on how you want to look at that.
What's up, Larry? How are you doing today?
There may be something at the initiation as well, like the timing there, especially if you're the lead driver and you're trying to get some grip on the chase driver to establish that gap. I could see some outside zone 1 occurrences happening. The benefit there is that we have an invisible outside zone, right? Two cones making the marker, not a wall there, but I certainly think that we could see some bumpers flying off, which we kind of already have. And there's a good example right there from Whiteman earlier, or I'm looking at an example from Whiteman earlier. But yeah, I think there will
Can
be
you
some
guys hear
carnage.
the- Hear it?
All right, the Link ECU knockout qualifying continues, and there's Corey Talaska with
That's
an
good,
80.
man.
That's an 8-0 for Corey Talaska.
Yeah, I've been just
Austin
taking
Mata,
a break
Dope Mata
for the last,
Racing,
like 4 days
Nissan
of YouTube,
S14.
so I'm sorry about not having no content
Very
out
clear to
there.
send Austin Mata.
I mean, I did post a video
Don't
today.
Mata.
I didn't make it really, but
What his race
I
team
edited
is.
it together.
Hear him just echoing underneath us, shaking
Ooh,
the
that
ground
is
as they head out underneath the tower. And there is Mata. See a little?
Oh, yeah, I like
hesitant
that
on that
S14.
initiation. That was pretty interesting. As Mata
I just
goes
don't
in
like the
that
body
second
kits for the
outside zone,
S14
really
4X,
digging deep.
man. I
Nice
just
job by
don't.
Mata, kind of making up for it. I talked about tendencies.
I
That's not
wish,
Gerald
man. I
Cooper
hope that happens
but
again.
Nice
If it
job
does,
past that
like, the
inside
top
clip. Now going to that
I think
last
it's
outside
really good this
zone.
year.
Filling
Every-
all of it.
every,
Wanna take a look like Lon
Every
said,
event, they've been on the
did
podium.
the,
At least one has.
Just taking a look at the initiation.
So,
did they go and initiate
Go
at the right
Falcon.
point?
See if they do it again.
Let's take a look at the replay, Ryan.
So circling back around, look to there, yellow,
Yeah, oh, that's
orange,
plenty.
orange,
Right.
right there.
That's
That's your 3-2-1 cone. So yeah, he did get
Looks
into it
familiar,
on
though,
time.
at the same time.
Got a nice little flick there.
I
Really
like that
staying
wall.
confident as he goes into the wall, making a slight
Looks
adjustment in
good.
angle.
All right.
But
Oh,
great
geez,
job
so
by
where's
him,
the- oh,
able to find his way out of that and keep the car looking stylish and in control. Finishing up here with big angle through that last outside zone. Here it is again. You can see that little tap right there. The front end
How you doing today,
just
man?
slightly.
Who do you
The
want to
judges
win
will
the FD,
definitely
man?
look, pretty well upon that. He will be a mistake, but they also understand that when you go into a wall and you crunch your back bumper like that, you can lose a lot of angle.
Yeah.
The front end can really wash out sometimes, and he did a really good job controlling that and keeping himself in the fight.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't, compromise your angle and everything. If you lose that bumper, we saw that, earlier from Novak. As long as it doesn't affect the attitude of the vehicle, disrupt the actual overall line, you're not going to get major points deducted.
Yeah, I know. The first one.
All right, Mata, awaiting his
First
score.
the very first entry.
And here we go for the Link Engine Management Pro Spec.
85?
There's 85.
85.
85
First
for
run,
Austin
full
Mata.
place.
Yeah, hats off to Knapp and the whole team here at E-Town. Again, just building this facility from left to right. And, formerly this
What do you
drag
guys think
race,
about this new track?
strip. I
You
mean,
guys like it?
many memories here. And there
Look at
is
all
the
those
bar
fucking
set there with
beautiful
Brooksky
cars
still
in
out
there.
front of the 91. But utilizing what was the drag race
Oh,
tower. is now the
here's
race tower.
Odie's team
Right,
member.
Moving on to
I see how he
Evan
does.
Bogovic.
Ooh, getting some angle.
Field
Oh, hold
suspension
that brake
S14
way too
vehicle
long.
might look familiar because it's Odie Box.
Got that up full side.
Outside zone. Everyone's messing up on that.
You see, he gets out there, but then kind of comes out of it a little early there, Ryan. Now past that front
See if he gets the
inside
last
clip,
one.
about the second hash mark into that
He's
final
in it.
outside zone. Ends it with a bang, and there it is. So Evan Bogovic,
The first one
field
and the
suspension,
last
Boxy's
one.
Motorsports S14.
Taking a look here at run number
I still
one.
see
from
Odie in that
Evan.
car.
Let's
I
look at this
still see
initiation
Odie.
here. He gets kind of
That
caught up a little
S14's
bit
awesome.
in a
That
longer
S14
e-brake
bumper.
pull than he probably wanted to.
Yeah,
a
he
little bit
missed the
overly
first one.
aggressive. It kept him out of that first outside
Got
zone.
the
So he's
second
going to
one.
leave some
Good.
line points on the table
Hold
there.
it.
Oh, going
And here you
out,
go,
up,
Jared,
going-
as you
there
see
we go.
this outside zone number 2. He
Got
kind
the
of gets
inside
in it for a
clip.
little bit, and then he starts falling out. The judges really want to see you maintain
here,
those two
inside
rear
clip.
wheels as deep
Got
as
that.
you can in that
Look at
zone
that
for
outside.
the longest period of time possible, given where you
Good.
enter at the beginning. So a couple mistakes there online. I'm sure that'll hurt him.
It's a very basic lever.
Going to be a score that'll probably
I don't
get
know. I
him
think I like the white.
to the cutoff, but
Yeah.
we saw a couple little mistakes there that we can compare
I
to
feel like
other
those-
runs.
that
This
car
last
looked better
outside
in
zone, a
black-
bit better
black
here, but
so.
still coming out a little bit early, getting in a little bit late. And he'll have an
I know,
opportunity
man.
here to
Crazy.
see what the score is from the judges. And hopefully he will
Who
not
is
need
that?
to go
Right
to the
there.
bottom 8 for run 2.
I wonder who that was in that white
Ryan,
and
I
pink
even
one.
like what you said before we started a kind of competition here. You even said it. There's no easy battles anymore. As Evan gets an 81, an 81.
That's not bad.
So
This
just
is his
kind of
first
right there
year
in the
Pro 1.
not so
I mean,
safe
Pro
place.
2,
Just
so-
giving everybody just stepping
An
up.
FD actually, so
again,
give him
right
some,
before we started
give him some
competition, we
credit.
just had that package kind of hype.
I mean,
reel.
plus it's a
And
new
like you
track.
said, there's
Everyone's
no
new at
easy
this
battles,
track.
even in top 32, and I think that's a testament to the
I
driving, the
wanna see this.
ability
What is
of
this?
both pro and pro
S14?
spec drivers.
Yeah, and that clip was
got
recorded
Scooter in the back now.
maybe 2 years ago.
that's
So
awesome.
it's even more evident now.
Yeah. All right, Ben Hobson here coming out swinging. Woo! Whoa,
I like that.
exploding that back bumper, a.k.a. Pinata back bumper. All right, so as, again, Ben into
Yeah,
that
that's an
second
S15,
outside zone,
isn't it?
songs that shrapnel.
Yeah,
left
that's
there,
F15, my
inside
bad,
zone,
guys.
or outside zone 1.
Everyone's swooping up the
now
bumpers
the
on
angle
the
there, does he hang on
Silvios,
to it? Yes,
man.
he does. But you can see he took some
It's like
speed
you got
out of it, which
S14,
kept
you
him
got it.
from
You
going
gonna
deeper
you could
into
get
that
an
final
S15
outside
bumper
zone.
on there.
Well, the second half of the run here
that's
was
crazy.
a bit more aggressive, but also better controlled. Let's see what happens here on
See,
this
that has the
initiation. He
S14
gets that rear
front end,
left out there, taps
but it
the
has the
ball.
S15
It pushes
back.
him off outside zone 1 for a second. Then you can see a big long e-brake pull as he was going a bit too fast and at the wrong line going into outside zone 2. This is where he starts cleaning it
the
up. Here.
back
He
end,
stays
like
pretty
the
deep in the
field
last
end is different.
quarter of outside zone 2. Sets up that inside clip pretty well with good angle, and then really a big angle going towards that outside zone 3 that pushed his back bumper right near the wall. Here's the speed, a lot of speed coming out of that first sector. And he gets into the
Yeah, he
second
rode
when he has
that
to make
full
that
line,
adjustment so
dude.
he doesn't go into the wall. So I think your question earlier about will we see carnage, it's in things like that where the drivers aren't able to pull back.
So yeah, I was just taking a look at that
what
angle. You know, I'm
good
infamous for
people,
saying not so pretty or not the prettiest,
people,
right? And then
alright.
looking at the tape, it's different
What do you mean,
perspective.
what
That's
good
what it's all
people?
about. So again, from that one angle, looked
good
like
people?
dang gangster, sick going to that last outside zone. But from that overhead view, that is the truth serum. That is the truth teller. That is going to
You
decide.
can't hear me, guys?
Did he hit it or did he quit it? And looked like he got in, and then again halfway through that last outside zone, you see him kind of gripping up and pulling out of that outside zone.
Yeah.
All right, so as we await the scores here for Ben Hobson, that full lock automotive Nissan S14.5.
Hello.
And the scores are in for Ben, and Ben
Is
receives
that better?
a 77. A
Better?
77 for Ben Hobson.
Better.
So just like I said, Ryan, flirting with not being that top 24 essentially, but as again, we're taking the not so great 8. So like we said,
I know, right?
35
another.
potential drivers. So
I think that's
not
an
so great
S14
eight, so
now.
that leaves only a few spots here. As
Yeah, that's
Josiah
S14.
plays
You can tell from the
into
back.
that first outside zone, Drift HQ, another S chassis
Pretty,
in the mix.
feels like
Get
it's
all
missing
the way
something
out
up
there,
there.
almost flirting with the dirt.
Okay, I'm glad I
See
helped.
coming out a little early there on the latter portion
Drift
of that outside
HQ.
zone. I liked how tight he was that front clip, and there it is, another driver.
You never
with a
know,
lot
in
of
5
angle
years,
and
all these
also
drivers are gonna
getting
be
deep
Pro 1
on
and
that
all
final
the
outside
drivers in
zone.
Pro 1 are gonna be
Outside zone.
tired.
So, mixing it, calling the Joan, the Josiah Joan.
Yeah, it looked like, you know, the past couple drivers have
If somebody doesn't
seemingly
retire
looked
first,
a
it's
little
probably
bit
gonna
more
be like
comfortable in the
Christopher
second
Rosales
half
or
of the
something.
course as opposed to the first. You can
He's
see this
been
initiation right here, a
Ever.
little bit
He's won so many
tentative.
championships.
Doesn't commit to that first outside zone, so it leaves quite a bit
Okay, cool.
on the table there for the judges to deduct.
Dude,
on
look
this
at that, right
second
in that
outside
line,
zone. Watch
dude.
as he enters
Like it was
here,
nothing.
much better this time around. More fluid. He's got that angle on lock.
I gotta admit to you guys, I was not a big car guy at all until I found out about drifting. Till Formula D, like going that fast and doing like tandems, that's crazy,
The
man.
entirety of that course. Here's the outside zone 2 once again. Starts to really come alive here. Gets into the zone pretty early and leaves it at the right time while keeping that angle consistent to inside clip 1. And I think that's
I want to see some tandems already on this track.
They always say, do not cut up the course. Don't make it look like you're cutting up the course.
I know it's just qualifier, but I might just do a stream tomorrow. I mean, actually, I won't be here tomorrow, guys. Unless it's like during the daytime, like before 4 o'clock. But I got a wedding to go to.
Yep.
Not my
So
wedding.
that really that threw him off, but it looked like he had something to prove in the latter portion of this run.
You guys like that green livery?
He does make up for it.
That seems pretty easy to make, too.
Collect them all like Pokemon cards. All right, so Josiah Fillets.
Who's inside for
86.
Battlefield 2042? Anyone? Say yes to the chat. If you guys are.
FDF Race Shop. Some more Drift HQ for your diet. The 240SX convertible. Alex Schlegel. Saw him and Micah Diaz running and practicing earlier.
Ow. Knee.
There we go. Schlegel.
Who's this?
Oh, convertible?
Beautiful
What the
day.
fuck?
Drop the top.
I haven't seen that before.
Schlegel
What is
initiates
that?
3-2-1, no
That's
problem. Gets
that's
tight to
a
that wall.
13, right?
Goes
That's
early,
a
but
S13, right?
He got deep.
I've never seen a
But,
convertible
before he got to
S13 in
that
my
outside
life.
zone, it's like he's
Have
fighting
any of you
the ball,
guys?
but you can see some correcting of the front wheels. Make sure he's pointing in the right direction as Schlegel now counters in that final outside zone.
Has anyone seen a convertible
I wanna see a different
S13
perspective on
before?
that, how we're kind of getting that low shot, little gopher cam.
Yeah, I feel like you're onto something
I don't
there
like
with
it.
the fighting of the car comment.
I just don't like
This
that,
does not
man.
look
I just- it's
exactly
just-
like
Maybe it's the livery with it. I don't know. I just don't like it. It's so weird.
He's not able to keep that car in outside zone 1.
They probably did it for weight or something like that.
Get away with it, as we just saw with Josiah Fillets.
And it's so weird to see the drivers.
Sector, but because it's sector scoring, you can make it up in other sectors.
Yeah.
It will drop you off in that sector, but maybe that's okay if you're sacrificing that.
So is James Dean Russian Drift Series? Is that an S14.5?
Too early. Outside zone 2, he gets in.
Oh.
At that right
Yeah, I'm
angle,
confused on that.
And then he stays pretty consistent all the way.
I know, man. Like that's a weird layout for. I don't even know. Convertible S13. Never seen that in my life.
And final outside zone, he's keeping that left rear bumper just inside the line to give himself maximum points.
I think that's what is that?
See where he lands. Schlegel's vehicle setup when he was coming out
Oh,
from underneath
yeah.
the tunnel.
Wait a minute, I think
there's the leaderboard, but
wasn't there a
taking
Tokyo?
look
Wasn't
at
there a
that angle, the car
convertible?
seemed
I
like
think
it
there
really
was.
hopping and bouncing around.
I think
So
I
it had
remember
a
that,
pretty
Smiley.
soft setup. I wonder if that maybe
I think I remember that.
was part of a.
It wasn't driving. It was just parked, right?
Once ideal or not.
So his James
here's
Dean is
the
a
score.
S14.9.
Schlegel with a 77.
What's with the points, man?
77 for Alex Schlegel. So taking a look at that, I mean, outside of
So it is an S14 with
here, that is
a
the
pretty much an
lowest score,
S14 body
tying that
kit.
of Ben Hobson, both him and Ben with a 77. It's Amanda Sorensen. Amanda Sorensen, one of two females here in competition. Also Kelsey Rawlings. See how Sorensen
Hey, I had a
is coming
question
forward
though,
from Las
guys.
Vegas. That Driftline BMW.
I don't know if you guys have heard of Grid Life.
That second outside zone gets all of it.
It's a festival with drifting, racing, music,
Staying in consistently.
and all of that.
Now tighten it up.
I'm planning on going this year.
And that
Oh,
outside
damn, I'm
zone,
dying here.
unfortunately comes up just a bit short.
I'm planning on going this year.
Good driving there by
I think it's in
Amanda,
Minnesota.
But, that last outside zone.
Would you guys
Obviously
want
gets
me
some
to
points
like
deducted.
film and
Yeah, we're
everything and
starting
make
to
a
see
video on
a
it?
little bit of a theme develop here with
If
the
you guys have
drivers
heard of
in
Grid
this
Life, I
outside
don't know if you
zone
guys
one,
have,
just
but
not
if you haven't, look it up.
to the right approach to
Like
get
the
to
Falcon
outside
team's
zone.
going to be there, like a
Short there,
professionals,
not getting
amateurs,
out of the zone at all.
Feared and Shredders, obviously,
Second
he's always
in a row,
there.
though, look at this. She's right there in that outside zone.
Dude, I'm trying to get a ride along with one of the Falcon teams. I'll be so happy. One of the Falcon drivers, I'll be so happy. I'll give him like $100 for it. I would. Maybe I'll give $100 for Matt Fields or Odie.
And she wasn't able to fully fill that as well. Here it is coming out of outside zone 2 one more time. And right there you can see kind of a little bit of a softer approach, which doesn't give her that momentum to get fully into that outside zone. So we saw outside zone 3 and 1.
Yeah, you should. That would be sick. Have you heard of Grid Life before?
She came back pretty
Smiley?
strong here. Good throttle control, really managing it properly through that section of the course, and then getting a really solid amount of angle through inside clip number 1.
All right, Amanda making a name for herself out of Las Vegas. A Sorensen Motorsport 212 Performance BMW. Of course,
I need to start
on
using
GT
like
Radials.
my
Kicking
keyboard
back.
and mouse for shooting games.
Chilling.
Since I'm on PC now. But I just don't want to get used to I just honestly
As a
I'm not good with my fingers, man. I like Guitar Hero. You guys played that game? I couldn't even get past like the medium. I couldn't use the 2 other buttons. I just
Put in
couldn't.
the work.
My fingers are not like meant to bend that way or move that way, dude. So with the buttons on the keyboard, I'm like
Amanda Sorensen, where does she
I'm
land?
like God that type of one finger still on the
78 there
keyboard.
for Amanda
That's
Sorensen.
me. The boom, boom, boom. Yeah, that's me.
Execution for
Looking
her.
straight down, just typing one letter at a time. That's
10, But
me.
you can see line 21 out of 30.
I cannot
a lot of
type
points
if my
missing
wife
there.
depended on it.
And there is our qualifying leaderboard. Brudski still leads back with that 91. You can see 88.
Is that
86.
Badass? Oh, is that first one? No. That's his teammate. Oh, his he hired someone for his team. You can tell because that's his old the old hall. Oh, he's killed it, though. You sure that's not Chris Rosberg? He's gonna stay with it. Stay with it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Dude, that's a good run. I'm thinking he's probably getting 90, 91. 91.
Well, we didn't really see too
I
much
have
of the
not.
smoke line.
Yeah, dude, look up Grid Life, man. It looks. I want to go. Just look it up. You'll see. Grid Life Festival. Look up the Midwest one because that's the one I'm going to. Like they even have it, Atlanta. You know how Formula 3 did that first round in Atlanta? They do it there too. So imagine seeing Formula Drift drivers rip
Starting
that
to get
track.
on throttle here, be a bit more aggressive, just drops that tire off the course.
And it's cheaper than actually
there,
Formula
but
D, and you can do
possibly
more
a
stuff.
point or so deducted in forward line. And as he finishes up this final run, trying to hold it together here, get into that top 24, get it one and done. On this final outside zone, he gets real deep.
What's
there,
KBM,
just narrowly
man?
misses that cone. So great job there towards the latter part of the run. As we see some of the fans here giving us some great signs, and we know what that means.
Yeah, man. There's been some heated debates online, and there's the 2JZ Army, the RB Army, and just kind of drawing a line in the sand, just like the classic.
I have not played
Ford versus Ferrari.
KBM. I don't know what that is, Smiley.
Which engine, which flag do you fly,
KBM.
2J or RB?
Oh, fuck. Ah, that hurt. I stabbed myself.
So definitely encourage signs as long as they're not impeding on somebody's view. Okay, so just FYI. And there's Alex Jager with a 79.
Oh, you only got a 79?
Number 9 position currently.
What? How?
Said our knockout qualifying.
How did that guy get a
deep bottom
79?
8.
That was a good run.
Deemed it to the not so great 8.
That was a very good
You know, to
run.
do your second run. Here comes Daniel Stuckey.
I've seen
That
this piece
M-Spec
before.
Performance. S15, or excuse me, S14.5 with that SV15 front end. Oh, Stuckey just dabs that little gold
I don't
toe
like
in
this
there.
Enzo. Too
Now
go
throws
for
the
me.
back end of that
Way
SV15.
too go.
And that second outside zone really gains some speed here. The latter portion of that outside zone. Past the front clip. And now into that final outside zone. Whoa! Flirts with that wall. Gets tight to it. Well done there on the latter portion, Ryan.
I think that's
Yes, Jared, and if you're wondering
carbon
why Stuckey
Kevlar,
is
or whatever
missing
it's
that
called.
front bumper, we were notified that he did have something of a collision with another driver in practice. So
Oh, keyboard, mouse, yeah. I honestly, I tried,
mechanically sound, but the
and I
driver
just
here
sucked, man. I just can't. My fingers are just not meant to do that. I'm meant for a controller
as he wraps through that inside
and a
clip,
wheel.
his final outside
I just
zone,
I tried
keeping
and
it
I
really
tried
consistent
and I
on
gave
the
it like
line
2
there.
days. I know that's
Here
not
he is
long
coming
enough
out
to
of
try
outside
it, but
zone 2.
I was getting pissed because I was like, how do I jump? How do I run? Because I'm just pushing it forward and just walking to places, and I couldn't figure out what buttons to run.
Gets back on the throttle through the finish line.
So I just went back to
We
controller.
are starting to
I
see
don't care.
drivers pick up the pace here.
But I know some games on PC like Arma 3. Yeah, you need to play with the keyboard and mouse with that, because there's so many buttons, so much you can do on that game.
Telling you, Brutski comes back with a vengeance. He wants some, he wants to come back. He wants to be champion. Go back to back.
If you guys have not got a PC yet,
But,
get
after
it.
Orlando, and there's Stuckey
Get
with an
that
85,
PC already,
5'5".
guys.
Puts him in number 5.
Telling you,
It's 86.
do not get the new console.
Correction, it is
It's
an
not
86.
worth the money.
It's an 86.
You're gonna spend $500 spend on a PC. At least
So
you don't have to
Angle
pay
should
for
be a
memberships
28,
every
not
month.
27, but there we
Well,
go. So
you know what I
finding
mean.
out just 1 point, but going the right way for Daniel Stuckey.
And there's so many free games on PC, it's
Stuckey
crazy.
with an 86, and here's another female drifter out here,
There's so
Kelsey
many.
Rawlings.
Like Torque Drift is free right now on
in the
PC.
top 1 oil drifter.
You guys don't even have that
S14
on
with the Ford
console.
power plant under the hood. Let's see what we got here.
Look.
Kelsey Rawlings. Kelsey initiates confidently into that first outside zone. I want to take a look at that on the replay. How deep did she
Yeah, that
go?
thing's stock as
You
fuck.
can definitely tell how
Like the
deep she got
bumpers and
there.
all that.
Getting into the sand. See that she is from Florida. Now transitioning
That
in
looks
that
stock.
final outside zone. Dragging that back bumper, and it just did not get all the way out there, unfortunately. Let's take a look at it again from
What do you
maybe
mean
different
look,
angles
man?
on that
Larry?
initiation.
What do you mean
run.
look?
Let's take a look at Kelsey. She does get a nice
Dude,
initiation.
no one's getting that
but
first
as we've seen some drivers
outside
not
zone.
pushing
No
out
one's
deep
getting
into
that.
First outside zone. The momentum she had going into outside zone 2 left her
That bumper
dropping a
just
rear
came
tire
off.
there. She's able to get back on.
Can it stay on the whole round now? Probably not.
Stay in the fight
Oh,
there
it's
with
still
her
on.
bumper
It's still
hanging
on.
as she
Is it off
finishes
yet?
up and fills most of that
I think
outside
it was
zone
on.
3. Here's outside zone 2 again. You can see right there kind of bumping
And there's
around,
a
and a
bumper.
great job of kind of defensive driving there to not allow herself to go off course and make a bigger mistake and or throw the run away. She's able to come back, stay tight on that inside clip, keep the composure here into outside zone 3.
Okay.
It's not
Just don't. If
the
you all
greatest
think
angle
about,
or
just don't waste your money on
smoothness
that
in
new
section of the
console.
course,
Yeah.
but she was able to
It's
at
just
least
not
get a rear
like-
tire on the line.
Like,
and
think
get
about it.
herself,
If you're on console right now, guys,
as
and
enough of the
you
mo-
want your games
as
like
enough of the
GTA example,
line
right?
points as she
Like your
could possibly
graphics, yeah,
get,
that's alright.
still
But when
a
you
little
move to
bit of a mistake
console,
there.
you don't have to wait to like
Right,
GTA
Kelsey
to
waiting
update the
for her
console. I mean, move to PC. You don't have to wait to the updates, and you can just always
79
download
for Kelsey Rawlings.
graphic mods, man.
So,
They're insane out there.
Just
dude.
everybody kind of in that
There's so
vicinity.
many.
Again, a lot of 77s, 79 there for Kelsey. Andy Haley is to be up next in our
Hi,
Lake
what's up,
Engine
twin?
Pro Spec competition.
How you doing?
And there is our leaderboard.
How's it going? Was that a female driver? I didn't know that. I didn't know I didn't know there was
so-
female drivers in here.
Up next was to be Andy Haley.
But I'm psyched about it. I hope she kicks
so
all the
Andy
dudes'
Haley.
ass.
Okay. And here we
Now
go.
you have to
Andy
call her
Haley
the drift queen, not
coming
king.
out. And then S chassis. Ooh,
Dude,
just
the new
initiates at that
screens are
last
awesome.
cone. Or the orange indicator on the wall. And that
I've
second
noticed like the
outside zone.
S14 is.
Kelsey.
Oh no, yeah, that's the S14.
You know,
They
he's
always have
working
like
on
the
his vehicle,
same
trying to get
style.
it done,
Those
just,
do.
trying to get all the
I don't know,
parts
it's just
together
me
on
and
a
like
vehicle that was to be a
it's like
21 vehicle.
I don't know.
Nice job
Oh, he's
there by
running that
Haley.
wall.
Ooh,
There we go.
yeah. Ryan, I heard you screaming there. You got nervous for him or what?
Yeah, it was a little bit on the dangerous side there.
Yeah.
Almost
Not
had
a
a
big
back
fan
bumper
on the
ending
red
up
rim,
just
so.
a bit before
I just don't think it
the
goes with it.
transition from the white blocks of K-Rail
I think it
into the
looked
color
better yellow,
blocks. But
yeah.
pretty aggressive initiation. Doesn't get fully into that first outside zone. But here he goes again. And this is
Yeah,
a
it
borrowed
gets way
car
too
from
big.
him, I believe. And looking pretty solid here overall. Just goes a little bit deep in outside zone 2. You can see that bumper kind of hanging on there by a thread. This is where it got a little bit scary. He angles up, stays away from that
That's
block
so
wall,
close to that
and
wall.
keeps that left rear tire right into that outside zone. So I think this will be
Would you guys
enough
like
for him
to
to move
do
forward.
this more often? Like when
Andy Haley
we're
giving
doing
us
live
some
events? You guys
excitement
want
here
me
in
to
qualifying.
live stream
Yeah,
on my
yeah.
channel.
So
Talk
Andy
about it
Haley,
and all that.
he's building an E46 right now, so this is a backup, a borrowed car for him. So get some points on the board. And
Oh, there'll be a lot more
Keep his
people there in the
prospect status.
stands, but there isn't. Oh man, it is Pro 1. I
and
mean Pro 2.
awaiting Andy's
my bad.
score.
And it's
Up
qualifying.
next is to be Human Rahimi, and we are finding out that he is foregoing. So there's an 84 for
This guy
Mr.
looks
Haley,
homeless.
84. So Human Rahimi is
At least
not
trim
taking
up
the
that beard a
competition
little
timeout,
bit,
but he's
man.
just
It must
foregoing
get- it
his
must
run,
get
meaning
hot in
he
that
will
helmet
automatically
with that
go
beard, dude.
To the again what we have, so adamantly called the not so great 8 having to do their second run. So Human Rahimi will go to the bottom of the pile here as far as number 1 qualifying.
Damn,
Up
I
next,
only
Mike
seen
Power.
like Sylvia so
Power
far.
Racing MA Motorsport Nissan Silvia S15.
Since I've been
Great looking
streaming,
car.
I've only seen Sylvia's.
And, notably our winner at Irwindale last year.
There's another
He got
Sylvia.
better, more confident. So he was watching his
Pretty
IG
basic
video
livery, but look.
earlier
Oh, maybe
about
not.
just
I can't
throwing
tell.
it down, and there goes
Looks
Mike
good,
Power.
though.
Now
Wait, is that
that
an
second
S14?
outside zone,
I mean, 15.
feels all the outside zone. He's familiar with this track. He's drifted here before, and right now he's really showing you why. His
That's
name
an
is Mike
S15,
Power.
right?
He's throwing it down. The light switch
I think
is
that's an
on, and the
S15,
power
man.
is full. Nice job there by Mike Power. I mean, absolutely hitting all the zones. Ryan, do you think this could rival the 91
Yeah,
and
that's
our
an
current
S15.
leader of Dimitri Brutsky?
Given what we've seen in the past couple of runs, it's certainly going to be up there. And
Stop
if we're
tricking
talking
people with
about
the
what's
bumpers.
An aggressive flick into outside zone 1. That's it right there.
Yeah.
And then he carries that same angle, makes a slight little adjustment there in his fluidity, but it is very, very small. And you can see he's driving through the course with intention, like he knows exactly
Definitely,
what he
you
wants
should.
to
It's pretty
do.
fun. Yeah,
And through this
I'm
final
down for
section,
that.
he uses the angle of the car to slow the vehicle down.
I know
times it perfectly,
most
and then
everyone,
back
like
on
most people
throttle
that play
through
Car X,
outside
at least
zone
watch
3.
this stuff
That
once or
initiation
twice.
right there gave him great angle to outside zone 1. He really connected this, I think, smoothly as well with just a couple of different small adjustments that I don't think the judges are going to really pick at.
He's killing me today.
And then this final outside zone, I mean, it's tremendous.
Went
He's
to the-
deep into the zone. He was
the
aggressive.
river
great
yesterday.
throttle
That was
control,
fun.
So I would say this is definitely going to be
really
a
fun.
top
Felt
score,
like-
if not
I think
competing
he spent like
for
2
the
hours
top
in the
score.
water.
I like what you said there, confidence. It just seemed that he had a lot
Just
of
going
confidence
back and
there,
forth,
he's familiar with
floating
the
down the
track.
river. It's
He
fun.
knows where to put it. And,
I'm not a
that
big
makes
fan
sense.
of water, guys. I think it's stuck
All
in
right,
swimming.
got some hyped fans right now.
Almost died a
Got
few
whole
times.
FD
Not gonna
umbrella
lie.
there, so
Boom.
91. Boom.
91?
Goes the dynamite. So
Seriously?
26, 20, 37. So 91
Mike Power.
for Mike Power.
Maybe he should he just
again,
deserves that name
when we
for his
have
name.
a tie, Ryan,
It's
we
his
go
name.
to style first, correct?
Yeah.
Angle and then
Crazy.
line. So I'm assuming that.
Style tiebreaker, I believe, was the one that broke it on that.
Yeah. All right.
Styles
All right,
even
let's
over the
see a
next one.
different call this time.
Angle.
Anything besides a
Angle,
Nissan.
get
I'm getting sick at looking at
All right,
Nissans.
so there you have it. So Power takes that #1 spot from Brudski.
Let's see if it's an. Oh, he's in 10th place. That's sad.
Up next, Nate Chen, the NCR Fortune Auto committed GT86.
No.
Nate
Oh my-
making
oh,
his
a BOZ.
debut here in Formula
Oh.
Drift
BOZ or
Prospect
a.
competition.
Or, wait, is that
Homage
us?
to the Hot Wheels livery.
What is that?
Just a real
I think that's the
stand-up
Toyota. No,
gentleman, Nate
is that a
Chen.
Toyota or
Had some
Supra?
words with him at
Supra.
Orlando. And here we go. Chen out of the gate, under the bridge, where he drew some blood and drew some tire smoke.
And he
In
gets
that
to the first outside zone. Oh yeah.
Transition down to the second outside zone. Let's see how he
Oh, he's
handles it.
barely on that outside
Just
zone.
barely
Oh no,
getting that
I don't think he's gonna
right
get that
rear
one.
into that outside zone. Wide swing here as Chen about the second or third even hash mark, unfortunately.
Oh, I didn't really get
And
that
seems
one. He got the
to
first
go that
one.
last outside
No
zone
one
by
else
a
got
lot
hit,
of
but
points
he didn't get
left
really
out
the
there on
rest of
track.
them. At least we saw
So first run of
anything. I
campaign
mean, it's
here
a
for
different
Nate
call
Chen.
besides the
You can see kind
Nissan.
of
So he got that
sliding
one.
stepped initiation,
He
not
didn't get this
totally
one.
fluid. The
Look at that
judges wanna
turbo
see
up
you
front,
come out
man.
there,
This
throw
thing's
it
sticking out,
sideways,
dude.
grab that angle, lock into it.
Yeah, he did
and
not
be
get
on
that
the right
whole
line. And so he's a
outside.
little bit short there on 1 and 2 in terms of getting as deep as he could into
I
the
think
zone.
he barely
Second
got
half
this one,
mark
too.
there on outside,
he didn't.
on the inside
Maybe he
clip.
ended it.
Better job on outside zone 3, but
could
as you
be
said, left a little bit on the table there. Judges
yeah.
are going to certainly pick at
There's another
areas
car that
where he's
has
not
that
fully
same
committed
look,
to the
isn't
outside
there?
zone. And I think
Zion
the
or
initiation left a
Cynic
little
or
bit
something like
to be
that? I forget the name of
desired,
it.
but it does look like he's going to get a completed run that will probably put him mid-pack for the time being, and that may
I
be
think
enough to be
my
really done for the
girlfriend's
day.
brother has that car.
Let's see what we got.
And I was like, why didn't you just get a a Supra or fucking Toyota? Why do you have to get that
All
one?
right. Got the fans with the long lens on.
At least have a good name brand
Larry
behind
Chen,
that one.
they're gunning for your job, bud. We got out there. Is that Max? Oh, I left a little bit of evidence there.
Something was sticking out of the wall. You guys see any pros anywhere? I don't.
Who was that? Who was that that just went out? That's Chase.
I'm probably gonna have to delete the stream after.
All right,
It's probably
scores are in.
copyrighted, but it's
And Nate
whatever.
Chen with a 77. So another 77 added to the mix. So 77 puts him in 16th. But
Oh,
will
excuse
that
me.
hold? I'm
GT86.
going to say no.
Is that what it
All
was?
right, here we go.
Oh, it's a
Up next,
Nissan, but at least it's not a
Ryan
Sylvia, right?
O'Connor. Ryan O'Connor, the MFR Enterprise.
You know what this
SSG
reminds me
Rapid
of?
Nissan
That livery?
350Z.
Ken Block.
Ryan O'Connor.
The guy that
Now
works for Ken
transitions
Block. He does these type
into,
of
look at
liveries.
that. So an interesting line.
Very
It is
colorful.
Kind
Reminds
of
me of,
way
like,
off the
90s,
wall going to that
80s.
first outside zone. Great looking wild car. Looks like a trapper keeper. Goes into that first and only inside clip. Now to the final outside
that
zone.
wall,
Let's see
hit
how
that wall.
O'Connor handles it.
So sorry.
Boy O'Connor. The MFR vehicle comes across the finish line, Ryan. An interesting way to initiate. He seemed like he was way off the wall and just kind of timid.
Yeah, well, he kind of approached it straight and not really towards the wall, which I think it makes it a tougher angle, less fluid to get to that outside zone 1. On outside zone 2, he's able to kind of lock in here and be right at the edge of the zone.
So
but not
Smiley,
really
how you been today,
fill
man?
it. Pretty good job on inside
And
clip
Larry.
1, and the transition
And
here
Twin.
outside zone
How
3
you guys doing?
was pretty decent. So much better job on the second half of the course after outside zone number 2.
I saw The
Like you
Quiet
said,
Place too, man.
a lot of
It was a
drivers
good
still
movie.
missing
First
parts
one was
of
better, though,
or
not gonna lie.
completely that first outside zone, and it's really important to hit that and fill that so you can set up for outside zone 2 on the right line with the right speed, and that's why he had to adjust there towards the second half of that outside zone to kind of get back in the right place.
Yeah, I
Now he's
excited
starting
to see
kind
the
of
wheel
pull the pieces
cam.
together.
This coming up
Good
week.
angle there as he gets into the final outside zone, using that momentum, keeping the throttle going through.
I don't know if I'm gonna
and,
play
kinda end on a
full.
high
I'm not
point there
Forza.
for run number 1.
Okay,
I saw
Ryan
the Cores,
O'Connor
the competition game
awaiting the score.
because that game is so difficult.
And here it comes. What do we got, Rye? 72, a 72.
Ray O'Connor. Why not just Brian O'Connor? It would have been a better name for him.
All right, next driver, Christian Nelson, unfortunately, is a scratch. Christian Nelson.
I'm really good today.
And, up next is Javi Martinez.
I haven't been in
Jr.
the mood to play games that much with the guys the last like 5 days. I think I've just been
Let's
opening
call
my
Javi,
computer
so let's
and
see
just
what Javi's got in store for us.
just looking up stuff, cryptocurrency, that type of stuff.
Javi piloting the discount muffler SDR Racing 2F
What's up,
Performance
YouTube
S14.
boy?
Shout out to the
Boy.
What's up, 2F Performance?
How you doing today, man?
Now coming around that second outside zone, gets out.
We're just doing a live stream of the event,
Really
talking
good
about
job
it.
to shoot him out of that outside zone.
Hold up, give me a second.
Third
Well, I'm
half
gonna
mark
end
on the
it.
inside clip. Let's see how he handles the final outside zone.
Another S14.
I know Javi's got it in him. I think
Is that all like
again,
tenth
just
one today?
maybe playing it safe, but might be a little too.
I know
safe
they're
there.
good cars, man, but
Yeah,
get it,
fully
get a
really given
vet
a
in
lot
there.
of
We
thought
don't
to
have
the
vets.
strategy
The vets are
being
very
employed here for
good
drivers in
car.
terms of, you know, if I can't be the #1 qualifier, #2, #3.
You guys know the
is it
reason
better
that
I'm
Field switched to a
down the pack,
Corvette?
middle of the
Does
pack?
anyone know? I do.
Or, you know, where should I try to target
Because he got
myself?
tired of
Because
finding
the way
them.
that
It's hard to find
drivers line
Nissan
up in the
parts.
bracket is basically
So it's like,
dictated
I'm going
off
to
of
switch
that.
to American and get the parts
I know
easier.
that I've heard some drivers talk about
Plus,
that the
he,
strategy kind of shifts
I
and
think a
change
company
once they start
hooked them
kinda
up with
seeing
the car
where
and all
the
that.
scores could potentially put them in on what side of the bracket. But as Javi finishes up here, he's going to get that scored run. He's probably going to be in the top 24 for the time being. But whether or not he will need to do a second lap will basically be dictated by the next
All
10
those guys
drivers. We're getting
paying
down
attention.
there
You spend money. Could you?
to rank 24. And we've got, looks like we have 34 drivers in the mix here, at least on our driver lineup score sheet, though that there are a few drivers that are some question marks.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I was on Facebook. I really don't get on Facebook too often. I was just going through stuff like, and I seen
there's
this chick
Javi's
that
run,
I'm
so an
friends with,
81
right?
For Javier Martinez.
And I'm like, I remember
So look at
her
that
from
line,
like
look at that
20
line
years
score there,
ago.
Ryan, 20,
But besides the
you know, at a
point,
30 angle. So
guess
good
what she
angle,
does now?
and stop,
She's a
35.
photographer for Formula D.
All right.
You know what? I DM'd her. I was like,
81.
"Can me? Let me in.
For
I want to join. I do photography. I'd love to do a Formula D,
Shout out, homeboy.
Formula D photography, man.
All right.
That'd be
so
awesome
Micah
going to every
Diaz.
event. You taking
I believe
pictures?
it was Micah Diaz's wife, potentially. Saw the Diaz shirt, saw the phone, saw the camera. Here
It'd
we
be
go.
so
What's
awesome to do
that?
that.
And the GT Radial, Black Rifle Coffee Company.
I think she
BMW,
works closely with
Riverside, California.
Chelsea
Second
Denofa and
zone.
Chris Forsberg. One of them two. No, I think she works. She had Nas t-shirts on. I think she works with Chris.
Shimming his way
Because
really
I seen
fast
pictures of
inside.
him,
Nice
her,
job
and him and
for
her
Micah
on
Diaz getting
Facebook.
into
I was kind of jealous
and
today.
that's the way you end it.
Not gonna lie.
Micah Diaz.
Because he's the champ. He's
That Black
won
Rifle
so
Coffee
many.
Company. Hold fast,
FBs is
BMW.
crazy. Not
Yeah,
lately,
I
but
see this score going up the scoreboard quite a bit compared to the last few runs we've
that
seen.
BMW
Just
looks
on the
nice.
basis
What is
of
that? Chinese lettering?
overall consistency,
What is that?
commitment.
It's just,
Even though he
it's just a
doesn't really
design.
fill that outside zone, you can tell he is another driver that is kind of driving with a certain amount of intention here and keeping a pretty steady throttle
I'm
control.
back. What's up?
He's not maximizing points in every
Yeah,
sector,
Smiley, keep the chat
but
busy.
his
I gotta go
fluidity is
back.
pretty on point here. And on this
Sorry,
final
guys.
outside zone, he leaves something for the judges that I think is pretty valuable there, and that's completely filling that final outside zone, doing it with great speed and keeping that throttle control really modulated and pinned there on that last section. You can see a lot of speed there. He uses the angle to slow down the vehicle, not a lot of heavy e-brake use, and the judges definitely like to see that.
Just getting word actually from 2F Performance just saying that unfortunately Javier, that was our previous driver, Javier had a supercharged crate engine. The blower blew up, ruined his engine, so he had to switch to his old NA, naturally aspirated. But back to the scores here as Micah Diaz receives an 84 for Micah Diaz. So again, Javier Martinez on naturally aspirated, so he's super underpowered until he get his proper main engine fixed. So it's unfortunate there. So again, Mike Power takes that #1 spot from Brudsky. Can he hold on to it? We'll see. Talaska, you got Kelsey Rawlings sitting there in 14th. So a lot of things been shaken up. You just don't want to be on that not so great 8. And here we go, Carlos Arrieta, Insane Ways Motorsports. Let's see how Arrieta initiates straight line approach into that first outside zone. And that second outside zone, way off of it, unfortunately, middle of the road. That's good angle, but needs to tighten it up, and he does that on the inside clip. Whoa, buddy! Oh, and there it is. Ryan, you called it, so that is unfortunately going to be an incomplete. That will be a 0 for Arrieta, meaning he will have to make his second run, hopefully get it together. Everything was looking decent. Again, really off of that second outside zone, but right there just got too aggressive going to the last one.
Yeah, the first incomplete that we've seen so far. Let's see how it kind of came together here. You can see much tighter line than you should have in outside zone 2. And that can be a bit dangerous as you start to kind of figure out where you need to be in outside zone 3. And you can see he just kind of fades to the left there, taps the wall, and then the car kind of runs out of control or out of his control. Here it is one more time. This is at the beginning of outside zone 2. You can see the remnants of that white line indicating where the judges want to see you at least be. As he wraps through that inside clip, he transitions back around. It was kind of a quick snap there, big angle, and right here he's going to get into the dirt, hit the wall, pulls out of it. At that point it's an incomplete, but that right there completely solidifies it as he was not maintaining control through the finish line. So unfortunate break there, but he will have another chance to do it.
All right, clean up on aisle 1. Got Big Kev.
What's up, guys? I saw that crash. That was pretty crazy.
When we come back, we're going to take a short break here, and the party continues here.
Does anyone know?
at
I know.
round
Is that
2
Lexus?
of The ProSpec Link Engine Management ProSpec Championship.
I've been wanting to know what kind of car that is, but like,
Nice. Glad to see you guys are
these
taking
commercials
advantage
are
of
awesome.
this Type S and Monster promo. You can win some amazing prizes.
I like to win.
Me too. You're up.
Ah! That's
out of
what I
those
got,
two
guys.
drivers, who's your favorite?
Looks like you two need to battle right now.
I always wanted those. They're so expensive though. They're like $400. I'm like, really? Damn. I'm not kidding. I always wanted to get those things, man. Those things look so fun. Chris Forsberg? Yep. You know what I don't really see is Red Bull drivers in FD, like in the top 32. Like Mad Mike, is he doing FD still? I don't ever see him.
I'm
I know,
Dylan Hughes,
dude,
former
they're
Drift
so
Pro driver,
fun,
and today
dude.
we're going to talk about Royal Purple HPS and what actually goes into it. There's a lot of talk about additives, and
I'm thinking about doing his livery, the BMW or Royal Purple one.
It is fortified with a high level of zinc phosphorus anti-wear additive for
I think I
exceptional
tried it, but I
protection
got like
against
mad
heat
at
wear.
it, and I was
Its
like,
high
fuck it.
film strength improves sealing between the piston ring and cylinder wall for maximum horsepower and torque.
You guys
Royal
had no
Purple
idea. There's so many
HPS,
liveries
race car
I've
technology
done,
for the
but I
street.
forgot to hit the record button. Or I didn't record it all at the same. Yeah, it's stupid, man. Like I have like 20 liveries. Like can't. I don't want to redo it. like the Frederick Osborne 2020 Supra, the Rockstar one. Yeah, I did that one, and yeah, I forgot to record it. I'm sorry, guys. It's so bad because everyone wants that one. Yo, what's up, Twix? How you doing? What's up? It's ice cold. You did the BMW one or the Frederick? How you guys doing today? The new people in stream. How you guys doing? Yeah, since a lot of people play Car X, I was like, hey, let's watch Formula D together, guys. Sounds like a good time. Yeah, the chick on Facebook, she was there that day with the first livery, the car you saw, the first one. She was there that day when they were doing those photos. Yeah, sad I wasn't there, and I was jealous. Oh, thank you. Hello, man. How you doing? I saw you were live. Just one. Yeah, I'm not playing games. Just watching some Formula D. But next this week I'll be doing Wreckfest.
The first ever purpose-built drift Coliseum.
Hey, you're friends with
in the United States. So absolutely
Smokey, aren't
awesome
you?
to see this venue back to see some everybody's face because Master Offman are ready to party. You can see Power there leading the pack.
Wolf, whatever.
But, here we go. Next we got Rudy Hansen. Rudy Hansen, that supercharged LS240SX.
I like that.
Where he takes down
I can
those
make that
cones
one. That one looks
on
so
that first
easy.
outside zone. That's definitely telling you he's deep. And that second
Why don't we
outside
make the
zone
GT
doesn't get all
sticker
the way
on
out
there?
there. Just flirts with the line. And now past that inside clip in that final outside zone, we just saw Carlos Arrieta go into the wall, but Rudy Hansen keeps it clean, keeps it off the wall. Let's see where Hansen lands, Ryan.
Well, honestly, for me, I would really rather see a driver overcommit to a section like this outside zone one here than undercommit. Even though he goes off of course a little bit there, it kind of shows that he's a bit more comfortable in taking risks that may warrant him some benefit. And that, even going over the line there,
good, man.
gave
Sorry, I
him
didn't see
enough
that.
momentum
Good.
and outside
I'm really
zone
good
to
today.
kind of feel that much better than having to drive up to it and kind of
If you're still here, I went to
pushing
the
and
river.
position
That
the
was fun.
vehicle. He got to use his momentum, use the
Spent
angle,
like
and so I thought
two
that
hours
was a
in
good
the water.
correction to make
That's
there.
good.
And it kind of got back on course overall.
It was like
Looks
100
this will be a pretty decent
2
score
yesterday,
for him.
so it was a
After
good day to
run
go
one.
to the river.
All right, so let's see where he lands. And again, Arrieta with that incomplete
Look at all
run.
those
You said it was
vehicles, man.
the only incomplete we've seen so far.
Oh,
But,
I thought it was a
Hakimi,
drag strip they
again,
were
he
on.
foregoes
I thought they
his
were.
first run and will automatically have to do his second run.
That's a drag strip, right, guys? That looks like a drag
And,
strip.
Rudy Hansen waits for his score.
With the walls on the sides and
Sitting
all that.
26th
That's
in
definitely a
points
drag
after
strip.
our first round in Orlando. Ryan, what are the other two venues that we're going to be seeing new, or not new, but what are the other
What's
Pro
up,
2
Smiley? You
Pro
back?
Spec rounds?
Who? You don't
Well,
got
it's
any
going to
jokes?
be the infamous
I wanna hear a
St.
joke.
Louis
Anyone?
Rook, or excuse me,
Make
the,
it appropriate, though.
Gateway.
I mean, you don't have to,
purpose-built
actually.
trip course
I'm
there,
deleting
which
this
is
video.
similar
because
to
I want to get
how this was
copyrighted off
put
it,
together.
but-
And then we got Irwindale Speedway.
Yep.
So it's going to be the finals. The judges here, if you're wondering what we're looking at, Jared, they're asking for one additional replay here and possibly a drone overhead. I think they want to get a
That
little
was a
bit
good
of a more
one so
granular
far.
look here
Maybe
at
not.
Hansen's first pass to see if there's anything else that they would change on his score. So that's what we're looking at here.
And again, to elaborate on that, Irwindale, we are going back to Long Beach. Just
I
given
can
that,
see it.
you know, it didn't happen at the beginning of the season, but we're putting it at the end. So we're putting it right before Irwindale. And then there's a new track for us in Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
I
just
can
had
see
an
that.
opportunity to go there about a week and a half ago.
It's literally
check out
a
the
number
venue in more detail, take some measurements. It's got a brand new paved surface.
Imagine
It's
having that
a
true
little
track
bit
in
smaller than
Car X.
Irwindale with a little bit less.
So many
banking,
people would be
but
hitting each
it's
other at that
really,
figure
really
eight.
wide.
So many
And,
people.
the course layout
that would be
we
fun,
have not
though.
put in the public
Trying to
just
drift
yet,
do that.
I think is going to be really exciting for fans.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate the insight. Rudy Hansen with a 77. Rudy Hansen with a 77 on his run. Here's D-Mads, Derek Madison. Team Infamous S14.5.
Who's decided for Car X, man?
D-Mads from St.
Car
Louis.
X Street,
Speaking
man.
of
I mean, is
worldwide
it?
technology.
Yeah, Car
Raceway.
Street.
D-Mads from
I'm
STL.
nervous because I don't know if they're gonna do like Need for
Derek
Speed
Madison's got
style.
blazing into
Oh, not. Ooh, bumper tap.
zone.
But I'm just
Tough to
nervous
rip
it's gonna be
it, but a
like Need for
very
Speed too
technical
much.
track. We really got to dial in. Ooh, D-Mads.
Honestly, Need for Speed
Lab,
Heat would be the best
No,
game
that
ever
front
if it was
flip.
15.
Right on it, well executed.
Like,
Now to
I
the
don't know
final
why it's so
outside
hard to
zone.
have
Let's see what
these
D-Mads got.
companies,
Goes all of it once again. So
Game
good job
creators or
there
whatever,
from Derek
like,
Madison.
Why not just put drifting in there? You've been doing the same thing for so
Yeah,
long,
some
but
people
you haven't
think
really
that there's
pushed
no
towards
real
drifting.
proper use of
And I think
e-brake.
that's
They
like the
wanna
new
see
era
using
racing
the
games
angle
these days
momentum
for
of the car, but
people.
obviously right here on initiation, that's a pretty proper use of it. He kind of set himself up, did it right there, but not overly exaggerated. He almost understeers right before that section, and then it causes the car to kind of angle up, so he does have to make an adjustment there in outside zone number 2. Gets back around, just kind of glistening right next to that first inside clip, and then the second half of the course here.
Oh wait,
Pretty well executed. You can see he has good angle, drives almost to the edge of the course.
Well, it looks like one with the
finishes
walls
up
on the
with a strong
side and
angle
stuff,
there
and
through
how
the
long
finish
it
line.
is.
Here's
That
that
definitely looks like a
initiation.
drag strip to me.
You can see just used
I think
the
they
proper
just
amount of
painted the
e-brake.
lines on this
Right
just
there
for
is where
the
he got a little
because it looks like, look at that,
And
like
once he
these two
came
lines
to
right
that,
there.
I knew he was committed to that. Luckily, he was on a pretty good line.
I don't know, man.
And then he was able to kind of finesse it through.
But
this
that
last
looks like
section
a
of the course.
drag
And
strip
now
line
he's
right
pretty
there.
much back on it. Very comfortable. Finishes the run strong.
It really does.
Like
You can
it.
see
All
the-
right, so
I mean,
Darren
I don't
Madison
know. It really
waits
does.
his score. See the burnout box.
I want to see this car here so bad. I want to see that
Next
one.
few
I'm
drivers
looking at
getting
that,
staged,
but
getting
can't
ready
see
to
it from
go.
a distance. I think that's a. It could be a BRZ or MR8.
Just a few more drivers
I
left.
mean, not MR8, but
Right,
RX8.
you said 34 was the
That's
head
what it
count
looks
that
like
you got?
from here. But I'm pretty sure it's a BRZ.
Ish right there. That's if everybody runs. All right, so
82?
D-Matt with an 82. Derek Madison with an 82.
You know, if you guys new to the stream, I usually don't do this,
What
but
could be his one.
I hope
and
you guys
done
enjoy it,
run.
man.
Currently sits in 11th. It's a strong score. Again, we had a lot of high 70s. So
It's all right, man.
brings
I
it
feel
to that
dumb all the
80s
time, man.
bracket. Steve Misko.
Ooh, this one looks nice. Steve Misko.
Steve Misko, Misko Motorsports tire
Misko?
stacks
Misko?
has 14.75.
Looks nice.
Okay,
See, how is that like the every S14 the Sylvia has came out here, like the
ripping
same
into
design?
that- Oh yeah,
like it
that
looks
was way too
just
much
different
speed.
colors.
Unfortunately, that will be an incomplete for Steve.
Like I feel like that type of style
boy.
is so overrated now. It's crazy. It's sad what happened to him though.
So let's take a
I
look
don't
at
know what
again. What
happened
went
there.
wrong?
Here it is from just on the other side of the track.
What happened?
Main grandstands. Look at the front end.
Just
Starts
locked up or
washing
something?
out. He had a big long e-brake pull, and I think there, if he would have let off, he was
It's
worried
really
about
not
going
bad.
into the wall. So as opposed to doing that, kind of just sacrifices.
I
the
mean,
run
it is probably
itself.
smoking right now, is it?
A bit too much momentum there. It goes off course, and that's one of those.
I wonder
runs where
how,
you're grateful that there isn't a wall
Justin
there,
Pollock's gonna
because
do
that's
this year.
certainly
I mean,
one
this,
advantage to the vehicle.
is he-
So, he'll have
Yeah,
another
he's fine in
opportunity
this
to do it. He will
condition,
go
but, like,
into the bottom eight.
I know he got a
This is
brand new
coming from the
engine.
vehicle, hopefully no,
He had to clean everything
damage
up, so
prior to that,
you see
or
everything.
any sustained damage, but certainly looking a little worse for.
I
Williams
know.
at the
It's
moment.
yeah, I know. The livery
All
is just
right,
so
hood is
like
popped. They pushed him over to grass just
boing
because
now.
of
Like,
could be leaking oil.
since day
or
one,
something.
everyone started doing
Yeah, we
that
saw
type of
that.
livery, and I just
Oh,
feel like
man.
it's just so
Orlando.
overrated now, boy.
Holy cow! JTP Justin Pollock just glazing the entirety of the track.
Like if you notice, like all the Sylvias that came out had that type
So,
of style design, but different color.
Just go out of the vehicle. Hopefully he can get his car back together. Just put a run down. You're good to go.
Like if I rewind it, you can see all those
Ryan, if you get that
Nissans.
bird's
That
eye
type
view,
of. I don't know
Mike
those
Power
shapes.
still out front.
I don't know what
And,
you call them.
Came down to
I
a
don't know.
tiebreaker. Style was tied as well, but Brutsky.
How is that not a drag strip,
See
bro?
Jager,
That is a drag strip.
Whiteman,
That has to
Sorensen,
be.
Chen,
Like
Rodman. You
how?
can see
Like
a lot of names in there.
start from
But
right
where
here
they're gonna land, we'll
and
find
then.
out. And
woo.
you can see Rahimi, Nelson, Arietta, Misko now.
I mean, it makes
So,
sense. I don't know.
They're gonna have to do their
That
second
makes
runs. Hopefully,
sense.
they get it together. When we come back, we'll continue here at Link
That is a
Engine
drag strip,
Management
Smiley.
Spec Competition
That has
here
to
at E-Town.
Oh, there they are again.
You're out.
So is Chelsea Devnova, is he sponsored by Marshall too,
Oh, there
or
you
no?
Nice. Tailgate LED.
Oh yeah, you
Check.
bet.
First of all, I doubt I see those neon lights at
Advantage of AutoZone's type
AutoZone.
promo.
I've never
Go
seen
into
those
amazing
there.
prizes.
I like to win.
Me too. You're up.
Oh, that's all right. I got you last year, bro.
Oh.
Looks like you two need to battle right now.
That looks fun now. It really does. So. Really? I didn't even notice that phone. Oh, I see the lights on the showers now. What would have been better at nighttime, like darker in there?
Hey everybody, Ryan Sage from Formula Drift here, and we're here to talk about what's new in 2021. Now, as you may know, Formula Drift has three rule books. We have the technical regulations, we have the sporting regulations, and we have the judging regulations. The sporting and the tech can actually be found right here, but today we're here to talk about the judging regulations, which is probably the most important for competition because it lays out exactly what you can expect as a fan as we prepare for the 21 season. The first thing to note about competition this
agree
year
with
is
that,
that
man.
both Pro and Pro Spec will have the same.
Yeah, that's why you haven't seen me do that type of
days. And what that means is that qualifying for both
my
series
YouTube
will be
channel
on
yet.
Monday, Friday, and tandem competition
I feel like
will also
everyone
be
does them,
together
so.
on another day, Saturday. So we'll be able to see both series compete.
And then
in the
sometimes
same
like people
format
do it way
on
too
the
much,
same
and you're
days,
like,
whether
you don't
it's
even know what's
pro
going
spec
on
or
inside
pro.
delivery.
All right, let's start with the
just see
two
lines,
types of
curvy
qualifying
lines.
formats
If you do
possible.
too much.
The first one is called Knockout Qualifying Format, or KQF. This is where drivers will all do one lap together, and then the bottom 8 drivers that scored the lowest amount of points will do one more lap
with the wheel
to
cam
make
with you
their
guys, man. I
position
cannot
known.
wait.
into
Once
the
I get
top
that set up,
32,
man,
but they can't
I'll let
go
you know,
any
Smiley,
higher
right
than
away,
the drivers that
right?
already qualified from lap number 1.
And everyone
Let's
else.
move on to the next
'cause I'll be
qualifying
posting. I got
format. This
the
is
community
called
now.
Single
If you guys haven't seen that
Qualifying
yet.
Format, or SRQ. And this one is basically what it sounds like. It's one and done. You go out there, you lay down the best run that you can, and that is a score that you get. Now, after that first run, the top 14 drivers will move on and be placed into the top 16, and that leaves 2 remaining spots.
Yeah, I know.
Those 2 remaining spots will be given to the drivers that are able to make it through a Grade 8 bracket that consists of the drivers that were not part of that original 14. So what
I might
new
be
fans will see
doing
this
that
year in this
livery
format is a grade
top
8
10 liveries or something
leading
like
to a
that,
top 16,
like everyone else is
and
doing.
the 2
But
drivers
at
that
least I
make
can
it to the
actually be the
finals
judge
of that
because
grade 8
I feel like I
LCB
actually take time
will
on
be the
liveries.
final 2 drivers in the top 16
Unlike
for the
like
event.
some big YouTubers,
Now,
not
why the
naming no
2
one.
qualifying formats? Well, all of this is going to be decided based on the number of drivers that are in each series.
I just don't
on
make
any
a livery
given
just to
weekend,
make a livery,
and
just
it's
to
gonna
make a
depend
video.
on
You know what I'm
whether
saying?
There's 23 and more drivers, or
So many
22
people do
or
that.
less in what qualifying
I'll make a
format
half
that
design
we
livery,
use.
like
On a combined weekend
no
with
effort in
23
it,
or more
and then
drivers,
post
Friday
it.
will consist of both a pro and pro spec.
Because I want people to
knockout
look good
qualifying
on Call X,
format.
man, with cool
And then on
liveries,
Saturday,
clean.
we will have 2 top 32 competitions that will run.
I've seen
all the
so
way
many of my
from
liveries in the
32
game now.
to
It's
the
crazy,
finals
man. Especially the
for
S14
each
competition
series.
one.
And
I've
that's
seen
the
so
way
many
that
different
a
colors of
combined
that one. It's
weekend will
crazy.
come together. In addition to all these changes, we will also see that there will be no buy runs run in the top 32 for both the Pro and the Pro Spec series. We will also be making a big change by running qualifying in
Was it an
ranked
oil
order.
spill,
So,
I'm
for
guessing?
example, in the past, it was run from
Is
the
that it?
first rank all the way up to the number 1 driver. Now the number 1 driver will go first.
Yeah,
and we will
it looks
move our way
nice,
down
but it
the
just
list.
looks like every other red
Also
livery,
new in
like that type of
2021,
style.
We've got a brand new set of overhead
Like, I
maps
think,
that will break
didn't,
down where the
what's
momentum
his name?
zones are, as well as the outside
I'll
zones,
tweet the guy's name. I
inside
can't remember.
clips, as well
Right.
as this map here that breaks down the sector scores and
Yeah, I
what
think that's
the
my
judges
favorite
are
drift
looking
track right
for
there.
in
The
terms of allocation of
Atlanta.
points to each of
That
those
thing's so
sectors.
fun to drift on a Call X, man.
And finally, we've got a really cool surprise for everybody this year. As
You know
we
what's
partnered
weird?
with
I've been
Torque
noticing-
Drift to bring you guys an animated version.
So, you know how,
of our track preview direct
Like,
from the
if
video
you guys
game
haven't played,
itself.
like, you guys
can
play
see a
it,
little
I've seen
sample of that right
Western
here.
Drift Series of the game. Like, in the game, they have actually name brand stuff, right? But the game physics suck. And I'm talking about, and in this game right here, Torque, name brand, Formula D sponsors, everything, right? But the game just doesn't feel good. And you go look at Call X, they didn't spend money on sponsors and rights for the card names. They just spent it on the physics, and look at how everyone plays Call X. And I'm not, Asoda Cores has a different story though. The other game is just, it's awesome either way. It's been around forever, but like didn't Drift 21 come out like, or like all the?
All right, well that
I know
is a
some
quick
games came
overview
out
of the
before
judging
Call X, and
regulations
Call
for
X is still killing it.
2021. If you'd like to see them for yourself, you can go to the Formula Drift website and click this link right here.
Oh,
and
really?
You'll be able to
Nice.
download a copy and see what you can expect.
It's funny
as a
because I
fan.
know it's my livery because I do certain things with stickers on there. Like the map field, some guy tried saying, "Oh, I didn't watch your video with this livery, but I made a custom design sticker on the front bumper, and he did it." So I was like, "Yep, that's my livery." I leave little details that I know, like, okay, I put that in that spot in a specific way. I hope someone else does it. Oh my gosh, I didn't. Was that last tournament? I didn't see that. Oh yeah, I did. Also Gran Turismo. Dude, I wish that was on PC. It'd be so much better on PC.
RTR battle for Vaughn Ginn Jr. Chelsea Nova, fourth performance.
You guys like that remix I do of the FD final runs for the events? They're being asked. Oh my gosh, look at that! Look at that! Dodo Dole! And think Odie lost this one, sad.
Good angle, but now talking about Itchy. Oh wow!
Yeah, I saw him make a mistake there.
Hanging out there for quite a bit, and there goes Denofa going in, sweeping the leg, and there goes Denofa, gets to the side of Odie Fox.
Get in that door.
And brings it home.
Oh, you hit him twice! You hit him twice!
The Norwegian Hammer, Osbo. Justin Pollock got second overall, one season of championship.
This is the one with the big oil spill. All that smoke? There was so much smoke. Look at that smoke! Like, I watched this like 20 times when that happened. Like, I want to just watch it. Like, Fred couldn't do anything, man. There's a wall of smoke there, man. No one could do anything. Like, there's smoke coming out of the engine. I don't know. Does that, like... Who won that one? I totally forgot. Was it Chelsea Denofa that won the last one? I think it was.
Right there, Sparks once again jumps up to the side. Massive angle from Chelsea Denofa to chase position. Hunting him down. The Norwegian Hammer gets sweaty.
Yeah, Chelsea was killing him on the track, man.
Shots fired on the door.
Is it over? No, it was over for a second.
Here we are, Englishtown Raceway Park, aka E-Town, the first ever. This is a purpose-built drift coliseum at E-Town, formerly a drag race strip. You can see it, you know, right there. It's kind of landing strip, but then let's throw some numbers on it. How about the 8? So you can see that big figure 8 there, playing host to round 2 of the Link Engine Management Pro Spec Competition and Championship. And then again later on today we'll see pro qualifying, and then tomorrow all thriller no filler top 32 pro spec and pro. Ryan, Mike Power looks like he's got the number right now is 91. Can he get knocked down?
I would say it's unlikely.
Is that the one you were
at this
talking
point,
about, Smiley?
but as we start to get towards the bottom part, I think we more or less know where the number cutoff is going to be right around that 27, 28 marker, just given the numbers of drivers that have not called themselves out of competition just yet. And if we count backwards from 8, it puts us right around 27, 28, I believe. So that is where you need to be after this first lap.
No, I'm not sick.
There, we've got just
I'm not
about
sick, bro.
7
Trust
more.
me.
Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, just a few more. Alex Licklider, here we go. JAC Motorsports. FRS now coming into that second outside zone. Might have been too early on that transition, Ryan. You saw him snap over.
No, I'm not. I've been in a creative block lately.
Okay.
Like there was a lot.
Like
Like I'd be like
into the kitty litter. So unfortunately,
Like I made like
Alex, he goes
I think I made like 14 videos in like 2
That will be
days.
another incomplete for
So
another
I made
driver.
like
Unfortunately, we saw him miss
14
He
liveries
just got
and
pulled
stuff
off
like
course.
that in
Hopefully he
like
gets
2
brought back
days,
together.
and that like took a lot out of me, and I cannot
No,
think
Alex
anything lately.
shoots
Like I
off
remade,
that
I
second
did the
outside zone.
Red Bull, the RX-7
as we
Mad
know,
Mike
oil
livery.
is,
I did that.
kryptonite
I just need to work
drifting,
on one
but,
thing, and
I
then
think
I'm
there
done
may
with
have
that
been
one.
some
But
mechanical
that's the only
damage
one I got left.
to Licklider's car. We may not see it right here, but
Well,
it
the
looks
Rick
like
and Morty,
his
I'm just
right
do
was
you want me to do the GTR again with the headlights, or like, or you just want to full completely design, different design?
From the angle that I saw, it looked like it was wobbling right about there, and that's when he started going off course. So it will be an incomplete, as you said, Jared. Let's see if we can get a little bit better insight to it. Keep an eye on the front right as he transitions back
Which
around.
one is
See
on?
if you see
Oh,
anything
yeah,
swirly
okay.
there. Watch
I
right
know.
about
I hate this delay.
there. See that? See that?
Dude, that wheel was wobbling a lot.
I
I
don't
don't know if you saw
or
that.
just getting a little bit shaky, but it is an incomplete
That
nonetheless.
was
He will have
loose.
to go to the bottom 8 as we get the dirt off the course and move on to our next driver, which looks like it is going to be Adam Gruby.
All right. Adam here, the DDR Racing Ford Mustang GT500.
Run, Forrest, run. Oh, is that a Mustang? No, is that?
Ready to throw it
Yeah,
down?
yeah, that's definitely a
See him
Mustang.
warming up the tires
finally
in
get
that
to see our
burnout box,
Mustang,
and
guys.
just a cool layout here. And I really like
The
what
drifting's
E-Town
coming.
has done here. Kept the the drag race, the suites, and the tower, and coming out shooting. I think overall this is. I mean, tomorrow, as you always say, I think the essence head-to-head. I'm really excited to see what's going to unfold.
Yeah, to get to the essence, you've got to do some work, and that's what we're seeing here today in qualifying. Those top 32 drivers making up
if
the
you
field for
ever
tomorrow. And for
made a-
fans that
No,
are
I
here
made that on,
for the first time, that may be joining us from the
I made
tri-state
that on
area,
a
or fans that
console,
are
like-
new watching online.
I think it was like
we run top
when I
32
started actually
to
trying the
finish
liveries.
tomorrow for
That's
both
right.
series.
Like actually
That
taking
was
my
the first
time,
that
because
we
I
did
could
it
show
was
you
in
the first
Orlando.
Falcon
It was an
livery I made,
insane,
and you won't
crazy
believe
long
I
day.
made that.
I'll
Trust
tell you
me.
what, it definitely
It
makes
sucked.
for
Because
a
I
lot
wasn't
of
like used to
action.
like,
Because
like all
we
the
get to
controls
see
and
the
everything, so I was
progression
like,
happen
I didn't know
without
about
any
Simmons,
breaks.
the
And
Simmons,
you
whatever
really
thing
get to
is you
see
put
what
on
the
the other
drivers are
side.
made
I
of,
didn't know
because it
about that,
does,
so I was doing on both
I would
sides.
say, work
Yeah, it
a
was
little
pretty
bit,
sad.
Against
Like,
the
I'll send you a
drivers
picture
that
of it,
are
Smiley.
succumbing
Just
to,
don't judge me.
You know, the type of
It's
attrition
really bad.
that happens. So you got to be prepared.
I think I
mentally,
tried to
physically,
make
all that stuff.
Odie's
Yeah, and
S14 because it
sometimes
just didn't look
people
right
get a
because I had
saving
like
grace. Maybe they have, you
it just
know,
it wasn't
the car's
it didn't
not
have like the
100%
right body
32,
kit on there.
or something pops. They have
don't
time
have
to
the
fix
right
it in
body
between
kit for
32
that
and
14
16.
for Odie.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Just texted with James Dean. He said
This
he's going
one
to
has
tune in.
no
Congratulations,
livery on it,
James
much.
Dean, for winning FIIDC. Here we go. Adam Groovy, Gas Factory, comes on in and way over.
Damn, that you see the trunk
Looks like a trunk.
popped open.
All right.
About Ken Blocken again. Yeah, I made
Didn't have any
that
junk
a
in the
long
trunk,
time
but the
ago.
trunk
That was on
definitely flips
PlayStation
up.
4.
So unfortunately for Adam,
Pretty much pretty much
Overshoots.
all the liveries
it goes up course.
before.
That'll be nothing. Man, that is 3 incompletes in a row, Ryan. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and you can see it just got a little bit too much momentum
hold on.
out of outside zone 1.
Okay,
pushed
pretty
off
much
course
all
there,
the
hit a
liveries
dip in the course that caused the vehicle to
after
kind of
James
disrupt more than he
Dean
was
James
capable
Dean
of
out
handling.
Falcon
So will be an
S14.
incomplete.
livery.
Here it is again.
Everything after that.
Kind of rolls into the initiation, doesn't
I made
fully
on
get the
PC.
car to angle,
And
and, the
everything
momentum
before
here
that,
pushes him off
I
course,
made
and
on
then right
console.
here, as the figure 8 connects from the drag strip part of the course, you can see he goes off course there and has to stop his run. So we'll
I
move
know
on
it's
to the
been
next
more consistent
driver, and Adam Groovy will have an
It's just
incomplete
easier to
on run number
record,
1.
That's why.
All right. So
I don't have to
Adam,
use a flash drive. Like
like I said,
a
Ryan,
5-minute video could
incompletes
take
in
an
a row.
hour and a
He
half.
had
Get
an
down.
incomplete. Human Rahimi did not even take his first run.
Sad.
So all these drivers are incompletes. We right now are
So I wasn't really motivated to do liveries and make videos back in the day because it took that long to do that.
Carlos Arrieta, Misco, Flickliner, and Ruby. So Matthew Bystrack, Gas Factory, Tire Stacks, S13. And was that to be our next driver?
Probably want to hit 3, Smiley. That's in like 20 minutes with me and probably in stream, guys. All right.
Bistrak here in the Gas Factory Tire Stacks S13 at the start line. Correct. This is Bistrak.
You guys excited to see some Wreckfest with the wheel cam? I am.
All right. Bistrak
Got it, man. I haven't
ready to
played
go.
that game in a while.
And just a few more drivers on their first run here in qualifying for Pro Spec.
Dude, Smiley, I wish you had enlisted, man. That is a fun game.
Underneath the Tower of Power.
Dude,
And
everyone's
in that first
messing up in
outside
that first
zone,
entry. It's
transitions
crazy.
into the second outside zone. Comes up just a bit short and gets even shorter, unfortunately. Doesn't get all the way out, and look at that. Oh, man, just another. That is 4 incompletes in a row, Ryan. Oh, gutted for these guys.
Yeah, a couple drivers having a tough time of the course here. There is a lot of practice leading up to this from Thursday, but there's always the challenges of, is the vehicle ready? Did I get all 12 of my laps? You know, how well is my setup working? And then today, there is a warm-up prior to this, so a lot of things need to come together.
I think that's the
These
first
vehicles
180 we
ready.
saw.
Let's take a look at what happens here. He foregoes that first outside zone. Looks like he's fighting the car a little bit from inside. And as he gets to this middle section here, he really angles up the vehicle. He's not able to take control of it. And And you got to wonder with that front bumper missing, did something happen during the warm-up that he was not able to fully vet out? But nonetheless, it will be an incomplete on run number 1, Jared.
Yep.
So he will have to go to the bottom 8. That puts our incompletes at 6.
All right, all right. Ooh, boy. Pablo Cabrera, Cabrera Racing, V's Performance S13 up next. I just wonder what's going on here. And needing a toe.
Tow truck.
Needing a toe off. That's not a good sign for Bistrack. All right, Ryan. Well, talking about our leaderboard here, you can see there's our top 10. Love rounding out that top 10. But some familiar names. Madison, Martinez, Bogovic, Talaska, Rawlings up in the mix. Jager, Whiteman, Sorensen. That's Amanda. And you can see O'Connor. And
there's
so
no
there's the
oil
cutoff
spill
right
this
now.
time.
O'Connor with 23. So, but a lot of those you can see with incomplete. Some have yet to run. But those 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, because we haven't seen Wadman yet. Yeah, so there's 6 incompletes right there.
Yeah, we still have Lucas Torno on our list, Pablo Cabrera, Chance Crooks, Hoffman, and then we just saw Bystrack. At least that's what I have on my list there. So there's still a few drivers left to go, and it looks like it may be just the incompletes that need to, and Human who need to run their second lap.
I'm a little nervous getting back in shooting games, though. I'm not gonna lie.
And there
Been
are
so long since
again,
I
the
really got into
qualifying
them.
goals, fast and smooth, as we will be.
At least Battlefield,
Pulling them
because
off, not
Battlefield
putting them on the
5
flatbed.
pissed me off.
But just towing them off. The Bistrack vehicle.
Has anyone here played Battlefield 5?
All right, so just a few more.
Because that game really just.
All
I mean,
right,
I never
well,
raged
guess
at a
what?
shooting
You want
game
more
before.
power? Yeah,
Before
of
that
course you
game.
do. Need
Yeah,
better
Call of Duty,
reliability?
yeah, that shit was
Duh.
easy.
Hit up BC
But
for the
Battlefield,
good
like,
stuff.
it was
We're
so
talking about
complicated,
cams,
just like
cranks, rods, stroke
you could just
kits.
lay
Brian
down on the
Crowder
ground and
has
just
your
sit there in the
high-performance
open
needs
and
covered.
just shoot
And
people
for
because you
limited
can't see
time,
them on the
get
ground because they're
10%
too
off
camouflaged.
at
It's crazy.
runbc.com. Use promo code Let's Go Racing.
DMRs, and I don't like DMRs, man. I just hate them because they're just so.
Goodies. When we come back, we'll continue
Fucked
here
up.
with our Link Engine Management Pro Spec competition here at E-Town.
That's fine, Smiley.
Yeah, that game pissed me
You're
off.
out. You're
Like
out.
the game looks so. The graphics are amazing.
there you
best
go.
best graphics I've seen in online
Oh, yeah.
as a shooting game. Shooter game.
Nice. Glad
It's
that you guys are
amazing.
taking advantage of all those
But they're a
untyped
little
promotions.
too
You can
much
enjoy
sometimes
music
because they're
prizes.
just so
I like to
detailed
win.
and all
Me
that.
too. You're up.
I think Battlefield 5 was
Sorry,
like
I
the
got you last year,
first
bro.
game like I could remember like
Battle right now.
you could like the outfits you wear, like the camouflage outfits, actually is useful in the game. And now I instantly regret that because it's too useful.
Formula Drift is brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Royal Purple, the official engine oil of Formula Drift, the synthetic expert. NOS, the official energy drink of Formula Drift. NOS High Performance Energy. How hard will you drive? Welcome back to E-Town. Again, a lot of the fans educated. They know, hey, just gonna play it chill, you know, just kind of, all right, do I need to see qualifying? Maybe. I'm a hardcore fan. Got some fans here in the building, but I really want to see this place back tomorrow. Really excited about it. Again, just, you know, it was on the map, it was on the calendar for 2020, and then obviously things just got a little weird. Now we're ready to party. Pablo Cabrera. Ready to party with Pablo? Ready to party with Pablo, right?
I have not.
Okay. I haven't either. Just wanted to see. I feel like you and Pablo could party.
Right on. That's
Yeah.
cool. I
Yeah.
didn't know he carried that reputation.
I have no idea. I really don't
making
think
stuff up?
Yeah, I'm just making random stuff up. Pablo Cabrera, ready to put it down.
Pablo, if you were offended by anything there, I want to let you know that I was not part of that.
I don't think he's going to be offended. I mean, everybody likes to party. He likes to party on the track. So Pablo Cabrera in his Cabrera Racing V's Performance Nissan S13. I would never be offended. Even if I didn't party and somebody said I did party, I'd be like, cool, thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Do you like to party? Nobody says no. Everybody likes to party. Could be just like cake and ice cream. Could be a bounce house, you know? So here we go. Pablo Cabrera on the start line. Great overhead shot. Here we go. Under the tower of power here at E-Town. Wow, way early initiation. Yeah, he likes to party. Told you. Here we go. Oh, bow, 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 bow. Oh, man. And then a little sheesh on the wing. Unfortunately for Cabrera. Yeah, dude. That is 5 incompletes in a row, Ryan. 5 incompletes. I looked down, I saw my fingers, and I said 5. That's what I got. I got 5 incompletes.
Well, we know it's an incomplete, but let's take a look at some of the finer details here of where we currently stand with just a few drivers left to go. 4, in fact. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 incompletes, now 7. And then we've got Houman Rahimi making 8. So any driver from here on out that gets an actual score will make it into the first cutoff point. So that's a key thing, I would say, for spotters.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, just a little sigh of relief. I'm good. No nerves. Just lock it in, locked and loaded. Unfortunately, Pablo partied too hard. I think that's the problem. He just went stage dive and nobody caught him. Like that's how hard he partied.
Wow.
Yeah. Love this dude's name. Take a chance. Is he a crook? Is he a villain? Chance Crooks. That's what's up. Chance Crooks, sponsored by Midwalk Anto. Midwalk Anto 350Z. Chance Crooks coming to us from, is it Shakopee? Is that how you pronounce it? Minnesota? Shakopee. Chance on the start line.
I'd be radioing down to him. Just hold it together. Get a score.
Yeah, get us. That's a great point, Ryan. Like we said, the kind of sigh of relief. Ryan, maybe we can touch a little bit after Chance around here. Oh, no big deal. Remember, it's not competition. No harm, no foul. Oh, Chance! Risk it for the biscuit, and the wall bounces back.
Hold it.
Oh, boy.
Hold it.
Hold. I feel like Great Park right now. Hold. Now. As goes past that inside clip. Now in that final outside zone, Chance Crooks. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Puts it together.
he followed your promptings, your example.
Thank you.
Of putting performance or prudence over performance.
Prudence over performance. Is that your next shirt now? Like what is it? Adequately confident? What is it?
No, that was appropriately confident.
Appropriately, yeah.
No, appropriate confidence based off preparation. That's the Matt Field commentary.
This is the way.
That's the one I told you that the kid made the shirt.
I like it. Yeah. All right, so Chance Crooks, let's talk about his run here.
Yeah, got off to a little bit of a tough start there, but did hold it together. You can see the judges with the pencils going down to paper now, so that means he will receive a score, and from all information that I have here in front of me, that looks like that will make him in the cutoff, because we currently have 8 drivers that do not have a score, either because they missed their first run or because they have an incomplete. Now, if we get a 9th driver with an incomplete, we will run that 9th driver in the 8. That has been something that we have added this year, as well as this new format. But typically what happens is it's always the bottom 8. If there are 9 incompletes, we will run those 9 incompletes just to give that driver or those drivers a second chance. And it does look like, though, that Chance Crooks will avoid that. Let's see what the score is. As the judges are finalizing all their inputs here.
Here it comes. Here it comes. 74 for Chance Crooks. Again, in that Midwalk Anto 350Z. Midwalk Anto. And again, coming to us from Minnesota. Right,
there's
so
like 3 more drivers left.
You know what? 74. Thank you, 74. So 74 for Chance Crooks. 3 more drivers left for their first go-round. Ricky Hoffman, Pretty Ricky. Here we go, Ricky Hoffman coming out of the chute. That first initiation point, nice job. Wire Carahas chassis now in that second outside zone. Bring it all the way out. Come on, come on, come on.
Like, imagine that
Yeah,
red
set
and
it and
white.
forget it. Nice job by Ricky Hoffman. Past the inside clip into that final outside zone. Oh, yeah. Announcer's curse, Ryan. He almost dropped it on him. Almost dropped it on him, stubbed his toe, hurt him.
I know, had
Gets
two
up, walking.
All right, guys, I'm
curses
in the
last
stream
round.
now.
Right?
All right, guys,
Yeah.
I'm getting tired.
It's
I'm
amazing
taking
the
a nap.
power that you hold.
Yeah.
Have a good night, guys.
Let's see. Let's take another look at Pretty Ricky's run.
See you next time.